game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Wilson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They're such a talented team in defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Khalil Mack. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. We'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Herbert on first down now. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. This defense for the Broncos, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack, his second sack of the night. Found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Third and long, it's Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there.
Touchdown, Chargers! Jeff Smith, his second touchdown on the season. Extra point attempt to come here. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one too low.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
They'll go again with Patterson. And it's a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Now Herbert following the turnover. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Herbert now. Flushed out right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 47 yards. And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Well, he brings this one back. It's a big 6 and a Charger TD. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
It's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers will take over possession here for the 44. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. 21-0 our score after 1.
Yo, what up, Gino?
2nd and 4. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. 33 yards that time. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches. That speaks loudly in volumes.
On 1st and 10, Herbert dancing to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Herbert looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 23. A good pick up there, 20 yards. On first down, it's Herbert. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. First down, Eckler. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive, because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to his knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Up the middle with Eckler. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for the Chargers touchdown. Gerald Everett as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Right after, right down the middle. And a run is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Play action. Now Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game.
I bet I'm about to post it now.
That it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Wilson. And now here's another interception. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football. and he's done so quite well.
17 yards for the Chargers there as they got themselves a first down. The partner still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or their foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
And that is incomplete.
Now, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give you a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now it's Herbert. Got it. And it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Chargers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it a little more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield, too.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. McManus's point after is good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
Bro, I can't pick a play, man.
The Charger drive about to get going. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. He wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. That's caught left side by Judy. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Give to Patterson, running to the right. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
My fucking ball,
and the Chargers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Nigga ran my play on me.
To take a shot right after a turnover. You count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field. Maybe catch them back on their heels. And that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. On 2nd down, a run to Patterson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Gain of 5. 1st down, Broncos.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. Wilson will throw again. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He had to observe another little bump there from the defense. Another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nice 3rd down conversion at even 20 yards. Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they sort of don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything, Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
Yeah, man, Khalil Mack,
motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Hasn't been a lot of comfort in the pocket. He's been under pressure all day.
You're exactly right. Instead of taking another hit, he just heaved that one away. I'd love to see him be able to stand in there and make the throw and try and pick it up on third down. But I'm not the one in there taking the hits either, so I totally cannot blame him for that one. Those hits are definitely catching up.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space, because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And now we're
No, I ain't trying to fucking do that, man.
Called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. One last shot for Wilson. And that will be incomplete.